Hi, I'm Chris Wardlaw for CarGurus, and today I'm reviewing the 2016 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. Now this is the trail-rated version of the Cherokee, which means it's designed to go places and do things that other Cherokees can't. And in my opinion, this is the one to get. Whether you're planning to drive it here, or here, or here, or here, or here. Now let's go for a drive and I'll explain why. The cheapest Cherokee Trailhawk runs just under $32,000, but it comes with a 184 horsepower four-cylinder engine that I don't recommend in a 4,000 pound vehicle. So you're going to want to upgrade to the 3.2 liter V6, and it's going to cost you just over $1,700 to do that. Now my particular Jeep Cherry Pearl test vehicle has brown leather seats, heated and ventilated up front. It's got a heated steering wheel, it's got a navigation system, and a number of other comfort, technology, and convenience items that bring the sticker price up to just past $40,000. The thing is that the level of quality here and the sense of heftness, I guess, for lack of a better word, really makes the vehicle feel like it's worth that amount of money. Now the V6 is making 271 horsepower and 239 pound-feet of torque. It revs smoothly and it sounds great doing it. It's connected to a 9-speed automatic transmission, and it comes with the most capable four-wheel drive system that Jeep offers for the Cherokee. It's called Jeep Active Drive Lock, and it includes a locking rear differential. Additionally, you've got select speed technology on this vehicle. It allows you to set a very low rate of speed for traveling. It's great for ascending or descending hills. The Jeep automatically manages and regulates the speed while the driver just focuses on the steering and getting around obstacles. You've also got an off-road suspension with additional ground clearance. You're running 8.7 inches of ground clearance here. It's got redesigned front and rear ends for additional approach and departure angles, and the breakover angle is improved. So this Jeep will go places that the other Cherokees cannot. Now my test vehicle has the optional 8-way power adjustable driver's seat. It also has the standard height adjustable front passenger seat. You use this pump right here and it raises the seat. As a result, just about anybody can get comfortable in this vehicle. The seat is exceptionally supportive. This is all soft touch material here. In fact, the whole dashboard is soft touch material, and the center console is really plushly padded. So it's perfect for resting your elbows, and I love this thick-rimmed, leather-wrapped steering wheel. It just fits me like a glove. The driving position in the Cherokee is perfect. Now Jeep calls the Cherokee a mid-size SUV, but in terms of interior space and cargo room, it's actually more like one of the bigger compact crossovers, like a Honda CR-V or a Toyota RAV4. Nevertheless, even with the driver's seat set to my comfort, I've got plenty of room back here. I sit up nice and high on a softly cushioned seat with great thigh support. I've got lots of foot room, and these front seat backs are really nicely padded. They're kind to knees or shins if they come into contact with them. But as you can see, I'm 6 feet tall and I fit just fine with zero contact with the front seats. So even though the interior is not as big as some other mid-size SUVs, Jeep's done a great job of carving out the space and making it really comfortable for 4 people. Now, as far as crash test data is concerned, the Cherokee does a good job, but not a great job. In federal government testing, it gets a 4-star overall rating, and that's mainly because in frontal impact tests, 4 stars for the driver and the front passenger. The real bummer is the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety tests, in which the Cherokee gets a marginal rating for the small offset frontal impact test. I really wish that the Cherokee performed better in that test, because then I could recommend it without reservation. We're going to demonstrate how well the Cherokee Trailhawk performs off-road, but first we have to set up the four-wheel drive system and its other technologies for maximum capability. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into 4-low mode. To do that, I shift into neutral. I push this button right here, and when this orange light stops blinking, it's in 4-low. Now I'm going to choose drive, and I want to make sure that I'm in rock mode. So I spin that dial and I put it in rock mode. Now I want the hill descent control system on. That's going to regulate my speed. And for good measure, I'm going to turn on that rear locking differential. And now we should be good to go. Okay, I think that's enough off-roading for today. Let's head back out into the real world where you're going to spend most of your time with your Cherokee Trailhawk. Now, as great as the Cherokee is off-road, all the hardware that goes into making it perform so well in the dirt also works to your advantage out here on pavement in the real world where you're going to be driving 95% of the time. The 3.2-liter V6 engine is plenty powerful enough. You're never going to call this vehicle fast, but it's not slow either. When it's revved, the engine is really refined, sounds great, and I've been getting decent fuel economy. The EPA says you're going to get 22 miles per gallon in combined driving, and I'm averaging 20.7. Now that's not spectacular. It should be a little bit closer to the official estimate, but I'm not going to complain too much about that given the performance that this Jeep offers. Now the engine is connected to a 9-speed automatic transmission. It's sourced from a company called ZF, and it's used in a lot of other vehicles. It debuted 2 years ago in the Cherokee, and when it first came out, a lot of people complained about shift quality. I was one of them. In previous test drives of the Cherokee in the past 2 years, I've complained about how the transmission shifts. But in this 2016 Cherokee, I didn't experience any of those issues. I've got 2 complaints, really. One of them is delayed downshifts when you want to take advantage of a hole in traffic to get around slower traffic in front of you. If you punch the accelerator, it takes a moment or two for the transmission to kick down, give you the extra power that you need. So you're going to have to leave enough space in the lane next to you before you jump out into it. The second issue I have is that when you put the transmission in park, sometimes if you're not on level ground, the vehicle rolls a little bit too much. And while that's not that big a deal on pavement, when you're off-road and inches matter, if you put a vehicle in park and it rolls, you don't want that happening. So make sure you use the electronic parking brake. Now, as far as ride and handling are concerned, I'm really impressed with how the Cherokee performs on pavement. Number one, all the off-road hardware, the special suspension tuning, the all-terrain tires, they work to your advantage in urban situations. You may have noticed that when you drive into cities nowadays, a lot of the infrastructure is crumbling. A lot of potholes go unrepaired. There are a lot of bumps, a lot of cracks in the pavement. You don't have to worry about any of that when you're driving a Cherokee Trailhawk. The Cherokee steering is vehicle speed dependent, so that means that when you're out on the freeway doing 70, 80 miles an hour, it firms up, and when you're whipping around a parking garage, it's a little bit lighter and easier to twirl. In all situations, throughout the range of motion, it feels terrific. Also, the brakes are tuned to allow the driver to make fine-tuned inputs in terms of braking pressure. Not once did I feel like the brakes weren't responding exactly the way that I wanted them to do. Now, as California residents, my wife and I often review earthquake safety procedures with our kids, and we've got some supplies stashed away in the garage just in case the big one hits. I've always thought that maybe it would be good to have a Jeep Wrangler on hand to escape the carnage. The problem is that a Wrangler's tough to live with on a daily basis. This Cherokee Trailhawk isn't. Plus, it completed the Rubicon Trail, earning those trail-rated badges on the fenders in the process. And that's good enough for me. Even if I didn't live in earthquake country, a Cherokee Trailhawk is simply recommended because it's like a Swiss Army knife on wheels, ready to tackle whatever life throws at you. If only it performed better in crash tests and offered a little bit more cargo capacity, it would be just about perfect. But as it is, I have a real hard time faulting the Cherokee Trailhawk. Be sure to see my full review of the Cherokee on CarGurus.com, and please offer comments below this video. If you found it useful, share it with your friends and neighbors, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For all of us here at CarGurus, thanks for watching. Can I set that right there?
Yeah.
Except they're going to see me looking down at it. Can you tuck it right under your hand? Dude, that's awesome. That's so awesome. Why didn't we ever think of that before?
Because the dashes change.
That's true.